Hey everyone, we just got a huge new console mod drop in Baldur's Gate 3's mod manager, and this may be the best PS5 and Xbox mod drop of all time. I'm not even kidding. We got the Arcane class here, as well as the Gunslinger. Finally, Sebille's armor from Divinity Original Sin 2, as well as the Vengeance armor set. We now got a new subrace with the Red Dragon, more weapons, and some of my favorite head mods that I've been using in a lot of my PC related videos. So, on top of that, we also got a Fade mod, we got Pooldripp Evolved, we got a ton of armor. This is honestly a crazy mod drop. I also updated my mod today, and I was getting a few questions because it was posted on Reddit that my mod got pushed into console. This mod is actually already on console. However, my new pirate mod edition is not on console, unfortunately, but I did send the update out, so hopefully we'll see this in the future. And I think D&D fans will enjoy this. It has 3 new mini bosses and 1 new enemy type. But again, only my 1.0, not the 1.2 new update, is not on console as of yet. But the Arcane class here by Moxie is incredible. This is one of the biggest class mods that's now available on console. It comes with 4 different subclasses with the Deceiver, the Eternal, Starchild, and Unbound. This mod also supports 15 different languages. There are a ton of unique spells included with this, and one thing that I really like about the mod page is it lists out the subclasses and what they specialize in. For example, like the Deceiver is a 4 out of 5 stars for its overall damage, but it is mostly around control and utility, so it will use its Arcane cards, which are its resource, to do the following effects here. So you can pause if you want to read through that. There's also the Starchild, which is an actual dedicated healer here, which early game will sacrifice its own health to be able to heal its teammates, and late game it's able to max roll its healing effects. It's actually a worthwhile healer. There's also the Unbound, a full unarmored attacker here, which is going to use his high mobility, and it's like a high risk, high reward style class. And the Eternal, which is like a tanky vampire, or I guess more like a necromancer style class with high defense and sustain going on for it. And it also has some cool abilities like the Obliterate and Transfusion. I may do a dedicated video on this mod just because there is so much going on with it, with new subclasses in the works. Moxie honestly really cooked with this Arcane class here. It just has so much going for it. I'll go through some of the images here so you can see all the different abilities you're going to get at which level. So I encourage you to go check out the mod page for this as well, because it is just so well detailed. And also, if you're like a Persona fan, I think you'd enjoy this class as well. But yeah, Arcane by Moxie. We also got a really exciting one. We just got ourselves the Draco's Gunslinger, but now this is the Gunslinger class, English and Korean by Darugo. This Gunslinger will also come with its own weapons, which I'll show you guys in just one moment here. You can choose a fighting style with it. You get to pick what dialogue tags you want to have. You use your risk die and things like bite the bullet here to heal yourself. You get an increased critical hit chance, blindsight with a range of 9 meters, and you can dodge roll for Elden Ring fans. Elden Ring also got a massive update today. It's crazy week for gaming. But what's most interesting about this mod here is that it's got a lot of subclasses. We have 10 different ones with the Deadeye, High Roller, Pistolero, Secret Agent, Spellslinger, Trickshot, White Hat, Desperado, Bounty Hunter, Gun-Co Master. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm not going to go over every single class here. It's very worthwhile, especially if you like the gun and play style in Baldur's Gate 3. Like for example, Bounty Hunter is able to get gold and you can turn on or off these rewards, whereas the Secret Agent is more of like a stealthy shooter. And the Trickshot can ricochet, which is really fun. And it comes with all these weapons here. You can see everybody's using theirs. And they have a lot of different effects here. They're going to be progressive weapons, so they level up alongside you. And they are a very nice complement to this. And you also get this nice Gunslinger outfit. It's actually funny, I used that in my new mod that I updated today. So yeah, this is a really sweet new mod that is now available on console with, again, 10 different subclasses. The Gunslinger by Darugo. Now I'm really stoked about this. Sebille's Armour by Chunyu. This is great for fans of Divinity Original Sin 2, or even if you've never played that, it just looks beautiful within this game. It is another game made by Larian, and I highly recommend Divinity Original Sin 2. It is really good. And funny enough, if you've downloaded my Infinite Combat mod, the original image that I used to have on this was actually Shadowheart wearing this armor, because I just think it looks so good within the art of Baldur's Gate 3. You will get 4 copies of this. It is counted as camp clothing, so you don't have to sacrifice stats, as there's no real working transmogrification on console. And yeah, there's no dye support, obviously, because it is really dark, and it would make sense for it to have that. So I really do like this outfit, and it's highly worth downloading. And this next mod is Vengeance, and I'm not talking Rob Pat Batman. This is actually the Vengeance mod here by Obscenity. This is really cool. It reminds me of like Star Wars, and gorgeous, gorgeous. It comes with outfit and weapons. with an actually really fun ability like these here, Absolution and Anathema here. This will give you a bonus action when you take out an enemy, so you can go on a rampage with this. You can increase critical hit chance with it, as well as you can possibly inflict bleeding when you hit an enemy with that. You can rupture the target, and it comes with 2-weapon fighting. The helmet here comes with Vow of Enmity here, which is from the Paladin, and a little heads up on Vow of Enmity. You can actually apply that onto yourself instead of onto the target, and for 10 turns you get advantage on attack rolls. There's also the Profane Grace here, which will give advantage on con dex and strength saves, as well as Sanctuary and Enduring Vengeance. The gloves here like boost your attack rolls, and you cannot be in web. So honestly, a very solid set. It's not like overpowered by any means. It is strong, but I feel like it fits well within Baldur's Gate 3, especially if you want to use like difficulty mods. And there's also like a maskless version here, which looks great with some of the cosmetic mods that we also got today. It's been quite a mod drop. But next up, we have the Red Dragon Subrace by Martial Cats. And with this mod, you don't have to imagine dragons, you can actually be one here, and it actually does let you turn into the Red Dragon at level 1. In addition to this, you will also get a fire-breathing attack, which is 5d10, that will be a bit strong in the early game. Just use caution if you're going to use that, and you can also fly, which is cool because you can see some new different locations. This also gives you a resistance. You overcome resistances to fire damage, cannot be surprised. When you land a crit, you can get an extra damage die, superior dark vision of 24 meters, reduce all damage by 2. Dragon skills makes your base armor class 19. Strength of the dragon carry capacity is doubled, and advantage on strength checks, and your hit point maximum increases by level times 4. And you'll see when we swap from a different race onto the Red Dragon, it boosts your strength all the way up to 23 and 21 con. So yeah, it is a very strong race, but I mean, you're a dragon. It just makes sense. And if you can't confirm this, just make sure that you do end up putting all the ability points in. It is a little bit buggy at times. You can see here, you may have to click around with these in order for that proceed button to let you go past. But yeah, with this, you can reveal true self and turn into a red dragon. So really sweet for those that want to be able to turn into a massive dragon. It also does have its animations here, which is a difficult measure to get. It'll come with a multi-attack, which can deal upwards of 100 damage again. Just be careful if you're using this at early levels. But yeah, you can literally become a big old dragon here. So sweet. Now, it may look awkward inside of buildings because you are so large and in charge, but you actually can walk through doorways pretty well, which is not something that's easy for very large enemies here. So yeah, you can actually become a dragon. 400 health though, so just a heads up on that. And another thing, if you're into photography mode or virtual photography in Baldur's Gate 3, this would actually let you move it around, which is not normal for large mods like this. So yeah, you can actually get some pretty cool shots if you ever wanted to have like a dragon in the background of your pictures. So yeah, that is something to take into account. Wow, this mod drop has been crazy. I'm not even that many mods in yet. Wow, what is happening? Next up, we have more weapons by Guigodead here. This is something I really like because everything you see there is included in this mod. So this is going to add a ton of new weapons across multiple different genres of weapons, like maces, improvised weapons, great clubs, other weapons here, which will include things like a jousting lance, so you can go ahead with that. It looks amazing in this game here. There's also like war fans. One thing I find really cool is you get chakram weapons here, so you got a bunch of different types of them here depending on where you want to have your hand grip on it. You got a kana here, you got again more the Dark Knight jousting lance, which gives a little necrotic glow there. You got some tridents to make Poseidon happy. Even a vampiric longsword and many others. I do have a mod installed right now that changes the animations. It does not do that, but it's just another mod I got. Yeah, so many weapons here. That's one of the most greatest value mods if you're looking for a ton of new weapons to add into the game. I highly recommend just going through and looking at all of them because there's probably a ton of things here that you will enjoy. So yeah, more weapons by Guigodead. Next up, we have some of my favorite cosmetic mods, the ElvenHead Pack by Manuli Peroni. So yeah, this mod here adds in so many new head packs. I'll go over all of them here to give you guys an idea of what they look like. There's also an alternative version, which is going to change the ear position and just change the hair to give a bit of a better, clear look at these heads here. So yeah, this one here is the Moira head. Then we also have a Lena here. So that's what that one looks like. There is Faye, Willa's alt, Nereth, Irene, and Irene alt. And as always, I highly recommend trying out a bunch of different head mods, finding the one that you like most, and then uninstalling the rest with the console 100 mod limit. But that's not all, folks. We also have the Vampiric head pack, also by Manuli Peroni. And again, these are the heads that I've been using in pretty much all my videos. So if you watch any of my like PC related ones, like my weekly mod roundup, you'll have seen these in pretty much all the videos. So here we have Eldia, and these ones have the nice names going on here. And then you can see if it has the vampiric teeth there, it is going to have those. And you can see those when you're in cutscenes. Here's the Elia head as well. The Mercy, this is the one that I started off the video using. Here's Nessa. and then Rena. So yeah, that's another huge head mod pack. This is so sweet. So again, try these out, find the one that fits your character best, and then just remove the rest. And next up, we got the Sassy Face by Sweet Genders Things Mods. I also highly recommend checking out their like head and hairstyle mods that we have on console already, because there's a lot of great stuff there. So first off, we have Darcy. Now the thing with these mods is that they do come with a Vampiric and a non-Vampiric version as well. So that's the Darcy head, and there's also Gil here. So the Gil in the Vampiric version. And with Gil, there is also the Gilbert for body types too. So yeah, you can do a lot of really cool stuff with this one, and it is also available for Tieflings, Half-Elf, Drow, Elves, and Human. Go check it out. Next up, we have Fade's Randomized Early Equipment by Graphic Fade. Also being Graphic Fade, have a little collab here for his RIF mod. There's a Jay Dunna add-on to this. I know there's a few people that watch that play on PC, so if you're on PC, you can download this. But with Fade's Randomized Early Equipment, this just gives you a little goodie bag at the start of the game that is fully randomized. Now, with this, it is going to give you potential items from Fade's equipment distribution all in one. So if you have that downloaded, it is on console. You'll get 2 randomized uncommon items and a 33% chance to roll 1 rare item, and you'll recover various common items to truly ground your character's backstory. So this just gives you, again, a little random chest of items, but it will not give you overpowered things like Falar Louvre or the Titan String Bow or any of the other really good items that you want to find in Act 1 to preserve that. I think this is a really cool mod. So Fade's Randomized Early Equipment is now on console. Next up, we got Pooldripp Evolved by Xaon. I love these mods. Now, Pooldripp is a very in-depth character. Now, with all these mods, there are so many layers to them. This one is going to add Pooldripp into the game, and Pooldripp is going to act somewhat like a barbarian, with his blood frenzy being like the rage equivalent. So with that, he's going to continually keep leveling up. There's full progressions. He learns some healing, control, and utility type attacks that are all water-based. So you can see that there, he can summon in a Sahajin here. He can cast a healing mist on the characters, and also as you continue to level up, he's going to get some different buffs like increased movement speed with the Long Strider. He also has Blood Sacrifice, which is not blood bending, but does somewhat similar effect. As you continue to level up, he gets the ability to grant a creature flight for 3 of his belief points, and then all the way up to level 12, he gets Ice Storm, which he can cast using his belief points, which is amazing. So yeah, these mods are super cool. There's also leveled up different progressions for the summons, like the Armour Crab, and he also does have level 20 support. So again, as I mentioned, there are layers to these mods. They are just so cool. If it sounds like something you'd be interested in, you'll definitely want to download it. Next up, we have there's so many massive mods today. It's blowing my mind. Gab's Equipment. This adds in 100 new items into the game. So yeah, this is a very large mod. The dangers of modding. My character does not want to do anything right now. They're just lollygagging around here. But you can summon in the debug chest for the Gabs mod here, which is going to contain all the different items that come with this. There's a lot of them. Again, I won't be able to cover everything in this video just to respect your guys' time, but as you can see, this is a worthwhile checking out mod, and you can always just summon in this chest here, see if there's items that you'd like for your builds, and spoiler alert, there will be a lot of items you'll like for these builds, like the ability to get the Moonlight Awakening from the old Moonlight Sword. There's just a lot going on with this here. Like, it's seriously incredible. Highly recommend checking this out. There's also some items like phosphor there that you can use to different benefits, as well as like literally every category of weapon that you could think of. You also have like Dame Aylin's armor here as well, like just a lot of stuff. They also restored and reworked some cut and 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons items into this, so you can also craft it. There's like expansions to crafting. This is another mod I'd highly recommend checking out the whole mod page just to get more information on it. So yeah, Gab's Equipment by Gab Bun. Next up, we got the BFR Wild Shapes bonus abilities by Catlinks. Now, what this does is it's going to add in some bonus action abilities for each of the different range or druid wild shapes. So like the Badger gets a burrow, the Rothe gets a charge, Bear gets a goading roar into a bonus action, Ren Vision, which is very powerful. Like the Raven's actually one of the most underrated when it comes to the druid. This also does apply to summons that are using this as well. So yeah, I just think this is nice, changing an action to a bonus action. Next we got the Invisi-bee Heads for Head B for body types 2 by Invisi-bee. This is going to add in a couple heads here that you can use on like a human character or onto a tiefling. Elves, half-elves, and drow are included in that. And this is what this one here looks like. Unfortunately, my game is having some pretty severe lag at the moment, but that is this mod here, the Invisi-bee Heads for body type 2. We also got the tutorial quick exit mod here by SwissFred57. What this does is it allows you to skip the tutorial level at the Nautiloid. This automatically frees us and Shadowheart and puts you right at the beach site right beside Shadowheart with enough experience to reach level 2. It also gives you some tools as well as the Everburn blade, so you don't have to miss out on that. So yeah, this is just a quick quality life. I'm sure many of you guys have ran through the Nautiloid hundreds of times, so this just saves you from doing that. Next up is more short rests. I feel like I need this in real life. This mod by I'm Freya gives you 6 available short rests instead of 2. So yeah, this will recover 50% of your health points. Warlocks love this mod. This is worth checking out if you're a fan of short rests. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Gale, what are you doing, man? Next up is the Eternal Trap Disarm Kit by SwissFred. This is a magical trick kit that allows you to disarm traps using your sleight of hand skill. Infinite use does not break on subsequent attempts. So yeah, this again is just another cheat mod that lets you get through the game if you're tired of running over traps. And trust me, I still do in some places that I know there's traps. So next up, enemy health boost 250% honor mode. So there is tactician enhanced, but if you just want a quick plug and play mod that's going to boost up the health in honor mode, this is a nice difficulty mod. I'm a big fan of those, so very cool stuff. And this actually does work with my mod as well, so the infinite combat if you're using it. Next up, we got the multi-class Warlock spell slot fix. So if you have like a multi-class and you're using spells, for whatever reason the game likes to use your non-Warlock ones instead of your Warlock ones that will refresh every time that you do a short rest. So if you're using these mods together, again, Warlocks are happy. So whenever you go to cast a spell, uses your Warlocks first and then your other subclasses. This is also great with level 20 mods so you get these back. And we also got the Gunslinger extra feats for every 2 levels. So I know some people really like to get these mods that add a little bit more to it. Just a little heads up is that any mod that adds extra feats every couple levels, they don't work with class mods, but they will work with subclass mods. There's a number of those on console, so just wanted to clear the air on that. But yeah, what an incredible week for mod drops. This is honestly one of the best that we've ever gotten. So cool to see. And I do hope that my infinite combat encounters will get the newest update pushed into console. It just only adds 4 new enemies. I am working on an assassin theme as well. I'm a big fan of pirates and assassins. And unfortunately, these maps are not available for console, but they are very well done, made by Axiana, the Faerun Fashionistas, and Inky Please. And I'm very happy with this mod. Like, it is really fun. I'm always looking for balance tips. Like if you were playing with my infinite combat mod and you find that something may be a little bit difficult, like for example, the Pirate Queen is kind of annoying to fight, but that's the whole intention. Let me know your thoughts on balance. That's something I test. Like this mod update with only 4 enemies took me like 20 hours to do. It is a lot of testing and making sure that everything works properly, and they are kind of hard to work with because you can't choose the abilities to test them yourself. You're at the whims of them attacking, but I'm really stoked about this. And I did just update it this morning, so I understand why people thought it got released on console, but unfortunately the update is not on console. But what an amazing week. Let me know your favorites in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you guys all have a great day. We'll catch you in the next one.